Public art on any scale can cause controversy.
In this case, there's no way to be subtle. I mean, this is a giant mushroom on top of a hill overlooking a freeway.
For some people, it is the most unwelcome of neighbors.
It's inherently ugly.
It's really an unforgivable monstrosity.
It is a rust bucket in no uncertain terms.
A monstrous blight on our environment.
That was some of the community reaction to the Helix and Padre Dam Municipal Water District's cloud project in the late 1990s.
It's big, and you see the clouds that are up there along the rim. That was an art project by Grossman College art students.
Oh. Actually, no. Almost 3 decades later, the TV news coverage still frustrates Jim Wilsterman, the artist hired to design the site-specific sculpture for the water tower.
That was meant to be dismissive. I did put my students out front because they're the ones who are doing the hard work and labor, but to not even talk about what the project was and what it meant and why it was being built just sort of seems like it was a fluff piece to put on the news.
The context Wilsterman was eager to discuss, and that has always been important to him as an artist, was water.
Always about water, always about the place we live that's arid. People here, they see green, they see lawns, they see trees. They think this is the way things are. A decade or two later, here we are with a water shortage. That's what this was about, to try to make people think about where our water comes from. You hide a water tank, they don't think about it.
Helix Water District agreed, then and now, says Timothy Ross, current director of engineering.
We knew this tank was going to be seen for miles and miles around, and so we wanted to make it a feature and not a distraction from the environment. And so one of the reasons we decided to engage an artist on this project and make a public art piece is because this really is a unique tank for our system. I personally really think it's a very creative, and I think this tank is unique. It was meant to be unique.
Unique in that it's 2 tanks in one and was designed to never need exterior maintenance.
What it's doing is it's oxidizing the exterior, and this tank will never need to be recoated or maintained over the next 2 centuries that it's actually going to be in service. So it's a very practical application, but we also thought there's an opportunity to make it a feature and break up all that big brown metal with something that stands out.
Wilsterman suggested a trio of designs that were pitched to the community. Residents overwhelmingly chose the one with clouds. He then constructed the clouds out of stainless steel.
To do the finish, we took the stainless steel and we brushed it to get the optical illusion that there's 3-dimensional billows. Then overlaid that with perforated stainless steel, which creates kind of a shadow effect.
The intent is that the closer you get, the more 3-dimensional and beautifully detailed they become. Wilsterman did enlist the help of his students, many of whom were from the community, to build the clouds.
It took about 2 years because those things are huge. They don't look like it, but some of them are 12 to 14 foot tall and 35 feet wide. It's the size of a small house.
The project was a challenge on multiple levels.
I had to build my own crane. I was the one that guided them into place. I had to build spreader bars to lift things up. I had to build jigs. I pulled my father out of retirement, who worked at General Dynamics, and he came and showed me how to do layout work because he built huge aircraft and missiles. It was challenging. It was challenging to get it there, get it up here.
Wilsterman weathered a lot of criticism for his art, but feels vindicated by the kids who grew up in the neighborhood and ended up at Grossmont College where he taught.
And when they found out that I was the artist that did that, they were like, that was the coolest thing that ever happened to my neighborhood when I was growing up, because it stimulated my imagination. I wanted to know why it was there. It reminded me of the clouds over the mountains, which is basically what the story we were trying to tell.
The next time you drive down the 125 and see the brown, mushroom-shaped water tower, think about both what a marvel of engineering it is and what the art is trying to convey about who we are and where we live.
Thanks for watching. I'm Beth Accomando, KPBS Arts and Culture reporter, and I cover everything from public art to film reviews and theater. So check out the playlist and subscribe. Thanks.